right, welcome back. Okay, Rotimi Akindele is right here, and of course, we'll be talking about the World Cup. It's just 87 days. It's really getting close. Rotimi, good morning, good to have you.
Good morning, guys.
Have you gotten your fan ID?
The vibes, is it coming?
Have you gotten your fan ID?
No.
Right. No.
Not yet.
Yeah, you're running out of time.
You can't even get tickets. You can't get a fan ID without a ticket.
Yeah, so you get your ticket.
Exactly, fan ID.
Until you get your ticket, then you can get your fan ID.
What are you waiting for?
What are you waiting for?
Tickets, still queuing.
13,000.
Long queue, right?
Give it a shot again.
Oh, yeah, sure, of course.
Oh, my goodness. Let's continue.
Okay.
87 days to go.
87 days to the World Cup. And of course, today we'll be looking at the VAR, Rostov Stadium,
There's a lot.
and also Amokachi talking. You know, I heard super good chances, of course. Okay, now let's get started with the stadium. Yes,
yeah, our stadium guide continues for Russia 2018, and today we'll be looking at the Rostov Arena. Cecilia, you seem to like this particular stadium. I don't know why, but let's get into it quickly. The Rostov Arena has a capacity of 45,000. It cost about $330 million to build, and it's going to host group games as well as knockout games. Games. Brazil versus Switzerland will play in that particular stadium. You also have Uruguay versus Saudi Arabia. You have South Korea will play Mexico, as well as Iceland versus Croatia. Nigerian interest in that one. We'll be monitoring to see how that one pans out. And it's going to host a round of 16 games as well too. Cecilia, the Rostov Arena are situated in the south of Moscow on the Don River, 20 miles from the Sea of Azov. So it's a very, very interesting location, you'd say, and there's a legacy in place already. FC Rostov, the 2014 Russian Cup winners, will play its home games at the stadium once the World Cup is over.
One interesting thing about this particular stadium is that in June 2013, you know, during that groundbreaking for the stadium, there's actually 5 shells that were found from the World War II. You know, right there, perfectly preserved. You know, that's the interesting thing about this particular stadium, you know. I mean, history and everything. So, we just can't wait for the World Cup to start.
Can't wait for the World Cup to start. Let's move on. Still continuing our countdown to the World Cup. On Friday, to be precise, FIFA finally approved that. We knew it was going to happen, but FIFA officially approved the use of VAR, that's Video Assistant Referee, for the tournaments in Russia. And FIFA President Gianni Infantino is in no doubt that the technology will aid and contribute to a very good tournament.
VAR at the World Cup will certainly help to have a fairer World Cup. Because if there is a big mistake of a referee, this big mistake will be
Right, FIFA president there confirming, and he has absolutely no doubt that VAR is good for the game. Quickly, Rotimi, what do you think about that? A lot of controversy about VAR, but Infantino believes it is the right move.
Yeah, of course, they've been trying to test run it in about 20 federations and, of course, in about 1,000 games. So you ask yourself, have we gotten enough reasons, you know, to actually go with VAR at the World Cup? But hey, Infantino has come up with that excuse of, maybe not an excuse, but that reason of, okay, you can validate penalties, red cards, and all of that. No problem. That's the basic reason why VAR was created and all of that. So you ask yourself as well, do we really want VAR at the World Cup? A lot of persons will tell you, yes, we want VAR. But then again, the delays. Pochettino is one of the most angriest, if there's a word like that, one of the angriest managers, you know, who has been condemning the VAR. Personally, I don't want it, but if the whole world wants it, no problem.
Yeah, no problem.
I want it.
I want it as well.
Serious errors, decisions. That's what happened in 2010 World Cup, the hand and everything.
Right.
Such things,
I like it.
Obviously, we ruled that. I like it. Now, let's talk about the Super Eagles of Nigeria. You know, S International have been talking, you know, about how these players are going to go ahead and get something out of it. I mean, some setting targets, some not even bother setting targets. But the good thing is, Daniel Amokachi this morning is saying that, look, these guys will definitely do Nigeria proud. do the nation proud. Not just Nigeria, of course. Who knows? An African country can just get something out of this World Cup in Russia.
I don't have any advice for the players or for the coaches. You know, they know what they need to do on the football field. You know, the most important thing is, do we have quality? Yes. Do we have a very good character going into the World Cup, qualification of the World Cup? Yes. So we just have to wait and hope and pray that our players are injury-free and they can replicate what they did throughout the qualification in the Mundial himself. We have 5 representatives, innit? You know, and how many games do we, how many rounds do we have to go? You know, I'm a proud Nigerian, I'm a proud African. And for the first time, I see, you know, the confidence and belief that I have in the country. I see 4 countries going to the next round, 3 going into the quarterfinals, 2 going to the semifinal, 1 being into the final. And why not Nigeria in the final to win it? That's the way I say it, because I'm very, very optimistic about, you know, the possibility of our chances. Probably this will be our first World Cup ever coming to Africa.
Okay, Rotimi, okay, that segment is over, but then maybe you have to just say 1 or 2 things here. The World Cup, maybe this is just the opportunity for you to come to Africa, like?
Well, I don't know if it's 2018, but I think I have a pinned tweet on Twitter that an African side is going to win the World Cup before 2026. So it might be 2018, could be 2022, fingers crossed.
That's too safe, come on.
What?
That's too safe.
Yeah, but if you look at the teams going for Africa now, I mean, there's this strong belief that we should have at least 3 in the round of 16. At least 3 in the round of 16.
Which teams? Let's be specific now.
Egypt
has a good chance.
Egypt because of Salah, right?
Not even because of Salah, but they have a fair chance in that group.
In the group, okay.
Yeah, where you have Uruguay, where you have Russia. They have a very strong chance. Senegal as well.
Senegal.
I think has a very good chance of making it to the round of 16.
That's 2.
Nigeria can also make it to the round of 16. I don't know why you're laughing.
I was waiting for you to miss Nigeria.
Morocco may not just survive. Morocco is in a tough group. I mean, that's pretty tough for Morocco. Tunisia.